YouTube, it's Tracy from Entrepreneur Girl, and today is Tuesday, and it's Tracy's Tuesday Tips. So today I'm going to be talking to you about shipping. Shipping packages for Amazon FBA is something that we've talked about in the past, but I've received several specific questions on entrepreneurgirl.net. And so I want to go ahead and answer those and do another video. If you did miss the playlist, we went through step by step everything that happens throughout the Amazon FBA process. Then I will go ahead and post that link below just so you don't have to go looking for it on the YouTube channel. But as far as shipping, we're going to be talking about the labels because that's a question. And we're going to be talking about the shipping sheet that has to go in certain boxes. That's the new Amazon requirement. It is 2016, and that's how it is right now. Things tend to change, so I tend to put a date out there just in case you're watching this in the future, and it's not that way anymore. So that's what we're going to be covering today. Here I am listing all of the plates that I got. I've been doing it all morning. A lady at church actually tipped me off that there was an elderly lady that was going into a home and had a bunch of collector plates that were still in their original boxes and still had their certificates of authenticity. So this is what I've been researching all day, and I wanted to show you in case you have an opportunity for things like this. I found some really neat ones. There's some that's all in Chinese writing, some that they're plates that are made out of wood, just really odd pieces. And the prices are going for about $30 to $50 a piece. I spent $200 on all of them, and I'm trying to guess how many I have. 50 plates. So that would be a really good find. 200 and then have $1,500 in profit. I wanted to show you a couple of them because they're really cute. So here's a couple of the Chinese ones. And original box, and then it comes in a protective box, which I like because I don't have to worry about, you know, it breaking and shipping. Here's a Road Studio one. So it looks like wood, but it's not. I'm trying to find, there was one that I particularly loved. Oh wait, I know where it is. Hold on. Okay, it's this one. And they all come with their certificate. But look, I don't know if you can tell, but it's three-dimensional. So these are new in the packages. I got it from a tip at church. So it just goes to show you that you can find items like this, you know, anywhere. And I just want you to be on the lookout for anything collectible. It could be coffee mugs, plates, Star Wars, anything that people collect can have a lot of value because they're willing to pay for that missing piece of their collection. I always have my eyes out, ears open for any type of, oh, I have a bunch of books, or oh, there was this neat thing this lady's selling, anything like that. I'm like, what? So I can find out what's going on. And it really helped her because, you know, she had had this collection for her whole life, but now it was time, you know, she's moving into a different phase of her life and wanted to, you know, have the money instead of the plates. So it worked for her, and it definitely worked for me. So I just wanted to share that. Okay, so when you are in Seller Central and you have done the inventory, add a product, you've added all your products, you have saved them to a particular shipping queue, and you've clicked on shipping plans and you are finishing up your shipping plan, this is what you're going to see. And it's a set of tabs at the top that walk you through each step until you can ship out your box to the Amazon warehouse. So it's very user-friendly. It walks you through step by step. What we're talking about today is labeling products, and so that's the part that I want to talk to you about now. As you scroll down through all the products that you have listed and get to the bottom, it's going to say print labels for this page. These are the 30 up labels. This is the size that I showed you, and this is what I use. I make sure it's set onto that. I make sure that my labels are in my printer the proper way, and I click print labels for this page. This is where I keep all of my labels and stickers, and I wanted to show everybody what I use because I get that question a lot. The name brand is Avery, and their address labels, and that is the size. And I don't get the permanent. If it does ask you that, there's permanent or there's repositional. I get the repositional ones. So these are called 30 up labels. The reason is there's 30 up on a sheet. I'm going to show you what they look like inside. This is Office Depot. Normally I get them though from Amazon. The reason I went to Office Depot is because they ran out. There's some old ones. Okay, here's an old sheet that I have. I save all my old ones or partially used ones because I use these to cover up other marks that I need to cover up, like on a library book, or if there's other UPC codes, or just miscellaneous stuff. So I always recycle these. I never throw them away. But that's what they look like. And this is the brand that I get from Amazon. Amazon.com. They're a lot cheaper. I buy a whole bunch of them. I buy them in bulk. If you did need them though, in a pinch, you could go to Walmart or you can go to Office Depot. Avery's the most expensive, so I typically don't buy that. And these are called 30 up labels, and that is the size. Put them face down in my Brother printer. This is the type of printer I use. This is an older model, so there's newer ones out there now, but it's a toner printer, and it works on one toner cartridge that lasted me a year. No lie, it's a workhorse. I love this printer. And so I just put my labels in there and then print them up. All right, so they print it up. This is what the page is going to look like. Review shipping contents. You can review and modify units. You want to make sure that these two items are clicked. Small parcel, you're using UPS. And then when you go down here and everything fits nicely into one box, that is ideal. And this is what you're going to do when that happens. This is a quick, easy tip that I don't know everybody knows because I see a lot of complicated ways to do this online, and it doesn't necessarily need to be that complex. So let me show you what I do. Okay, so I went under Inventory, Manage FBA Shipments. I'm looking for the shipping queue that I want to work on. And in the print preview screen, you can see how nice this turns out. It gives you the SKU, the product name, condition, prep guidance, if any, who preps it, which will be you, and how many units each you have, and the prep cost. And this is in the same order as your Amazon stickers printout, so it makes it very convenient. You can print this and then just check it off as you put the sticker on it and just go down in order. Because I don't know if you've noticed or not yet, but the Amazon FBA stickers don't always print out all the information you need. It'll have like ... and leave out some information so that it can fit what it needs to on the sticker. But if you have a lot of the same item, like when I had those Hot Wheels, all the stickers kind of look the same and I couldn't tell which sticker belonged on which Hot Wheel. And this sheet, just really helps with that because it says everything that needs to be said. So we're going to go ahead and print this out. Okay, so those 3 boxes are ready to go. I had everything in those shipments in one box, so I didn't have to use a packing slip at all, even though most of the time I use them for my own use. These two boxes, however, was one shipment. It was the largest one of 27 items, but they were large items, so they didn't fit in one box. And here they are, bubble wrapped and labeled and polybagged and ready to go. And this is what my sheet ended up looking like. As I was labeling them, I checked them off, and then I put what box they were going into. So box 1 and 2, and you see number 1, and can you see it there, number 2. And so that's how I know which one. Okay, go to inventory, manage FBA shipments, and then I'm going to go to shipping plans. Okay, so these are the ones that we're working on. You can see the ones that I completed that I just showed you. Those were easy, 9, 1, and 3 items. So I didn't need anything. I just labeled them, put them in small boxes, and am sending them on their way. The one we're working on now, so now we know that we're not going to have everything in one box, unfortunately. And I showed you the shortcut for that if you chose to use it. But we have more than one SKU per box. We don't have 27 goggles in the box. We have a bunch of miscellaneous things. So that's what we need to click on. And we're going to click on Upload File. It should already be highlighted for you. And now it's asking you to set the number of boxes. You saw, I already know that I have 2 boxes. And it's going to ask you for the weight. So then I'm just going to enter the weight. Okay, I paused it and entered in the dimensions, and I was sure that I made sure box number 1 that I put a 1 on was actually accurate to these weight and dimensions, and box 2 to these weight and dimensions. So now I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to download Pack List Template. Once it's downloaded, I'm going to click on it. When you open this up, you can see it's all jumbled up. It's kind of a jumbled mess. And so what I want to do is I want to file, save as. Okay, so I'm going to save this as YouTube example. That way I can find it quickly. And I'm going to put .xls. You just save it as an Excel sheet or an open office. Okay, once it's saved, I'm going to go ahead and open my Excel program. I'm going to click on the first box, and I'm going to Control V, which is paste. And this is what I had copied just a second ago. Here is our document now, and once I fix the column size and I can see it a little bit better, you can see that there is a place for box number 1, and that is my K column. And then there is a place for box number 2. And if you open this even bigger, it's going to say 001, and this one's going to say 002. Now, if you had entered in 4 boxes, it would just keep right on going in the Excel spreadsheet. But mine is box number 1 and box number 2. Now, this is pretty cool because it tells you, if you need any kind of prepping. A lot of times it'll say right here what kind that you need. And, of course, you're shipping all of these. These are out of your shipment. And then it tells you if expiration dates are needed. So these are the columns for expiration dates. So if I was sending grocery items, these would be blank. And if they're blank, then you need to fill in the expiration date because that is also a mandatory thing that you need to plug in. So now all I have to do is go back to my sheet, my highlighted sheet that I had filled out, and enter in which one is 1 and which one is 2. Now remember, my sheet was in the exact same order as this, which this is why it works super well, because I don't even have to really be mindful. I don't have to search for it. It should just be quick and easy. So this one was in box number 2, so I click 1. And then I column down. Okay, this one was in box number 1. Column down, 1. Okay, then when I'm all done filling this out and I kind of give it a look over, what I'll normally do is count and make sure I have the proper number of items. So it's a match. We're good to go. Now I'm going to go up to File, And now what you have to do, basically you saved it as an Excel spreadsheet and now you're saving it as a text file again. Whatever your computer does, some programs it's the CSV extension, depends on your computer and what type of program as to what kind of extension. What you're looking for is a text tab extension. I'm going to go back to, this is the page we were before where we downloaded the pack list template, and now we're going to choose a file to upload. Find it, open it, and then click upload now. This is what's going to come up. It's going to say that it's pending, and that's okay. Don't worry about that. It'll be fine. It does that, so I just continue on with calculating my shipment cost. I agree. I accept the charges. And now it's time to print my box labels. So I want to make sure I have the right labels in my printer. How many of you have done that before? While those are printing, I'm going to go ahead and complete shipment. That's all there is to it, guys. I know it seems complex, but once you get the hang of it, it really is easy to do and only takes a few minutes. Okay, so I put my labels on top of them, and because I have some plates, I'm going to put my fragile stickers on the bigger boxes with the plates in it so that they are handled hopefully a little more carefully. Well guys, I hope that was helpful to you in some small way. If it was, please thumbs up below and leave a comment. Tell me any other questions you have about shipping, or if you have any tricks, we would sure love to hear them and learn from you. So thanks guys, and I will see you on Thursday's video.